So Twitter cost $44 billion. And then America, Elon was able to purchase the United States government for $250 million. Twitter's $44 billion. America's $250 million. How come Twitter is 176 more times expensive than America? Why is Twitter so much more expensive than America? Let's listen to a couple of clips from the Elon Musk, the Doge, Elon Musk. He says he's not a Nazi. Listen.
I just want to be clear. I am not a Nazi. The element about Nazis is like, are you like invading Poland? Okay. Right. And if you're not, right. If you're not like invading Poland, maybe you're not. Please tell.
That's the criteria. If you're not invading Poland, then you're not a Nazi. What if you're just a fucking asshole that has adopted the doctrine of fascism and you look up to Mussolini and Hitler and Tojo and you're a bully, authoritarian, absolutist pile of shit? Can that make you a Nazi? Let's listen to that one more time.
I just want to be clear. I am not a Nazi. The element about Nazis is like, are you like invading Poland? Okay. Right. And if you're not, right. You're not.
I'm glad that he is saying that he's not a Nazi. Because why did it take fucking 2 months into the regime for him to finally, say he's not a Nazi? That's the first denial that I've heard. It's the first one. And, hey, I'm not a Nazi. Do I look like I'm invading Poland right now, this second? If I'm not invading Poland right now, I don't know if that's not a good. I'm glad he denied that he wasn't a Nazi, but his explanation doesn't make any sense. Look, I'm not a Nazi. Do I look like I am part of the German regime of the 1930s and I'm invading Poland right now? Do I sound like I'm speaking German? Am I goose-stepping right now? Am I sig-heiling and goose-stepping this second? No, but I don't. That doesn't sound. All right, here's some more.
Of fascism. What is bad about Nazis? It's not their.
What is bad about Nazis? Hey, guy. Well, what's so bad about Nazis?
It wasn't their fashion sense or their mannerisms.
It was the Holocaust.
It was the war and genocide is what is the bad part.
I agree.
Fashion sense about Nazis. It's bad about Nazis.
It is emblematic.
What is bad about Nazis? So he starts off totally wrong. Hey, what's bad about Nazis? It's not the fascism and their mannerisms. It's the way that they dressed. Hey! Can you knock it off? I'm trying to make fun of fascism here. Fuck.
Of fascism. What is bad about Nazis? It's not their. It wasn't their fashion sense or their mannerisms.
I don't even know where this is coming from. Hey, are you some sort of Nazi? Or are you saying that because of my clothes? Are you saying that because of I say please and thank you? Like Nazis have manners, and then their fucking clothes, they spend a bunch of money on fucking uniforms,
It was the Holocaust.
It was the war and genocide.
Yeah. And then he doesn't go along with the Holocaust explanation. Yeah, right, the Holocaust thing. But no, the war and the genocide, right? Both of those things. So does that mean they're not going to genocide Gaza? Is that what he's trying to say? No war and no genocide? Is that what he's trying to say? I'm not a Nazi. Am I invading the Sudetenlands right now or tomorrow at 5 o'clock? Am I invading Austria? I'm not even invading Poland. How could I be a Nazi? I'm not even invading Poland yet.
Is what is the bad part.
I agree with Elon.
The bad part? Yeah, the genocide, the mass murder of not just Jewish folks, but the Roma people and trade unionists and communists and brown and black folks. Yeah, the mass murder of a bunch of innocent people for no goddamn reason whatsoever except you needed a goddamn scapegoat. So I went ahead and listed a couple of purported alleged virtues. So I read this Benito Mussolini's Doctrine of Fascism in 1932. And I can't stand a fascist whatsoever. I cannot stand a fascist. To me, a fascist is just a fucking oppressor, molester, a fucked up pile of shit, a low-life scumbag, an absolute violent terrorist, low-life, degenerate Epsteiner. You know, a daddy dick-sucking asshole, criminal, low-life schmegma, drag, muck that the catfish live in, a fucked up pile of shit. A bunch of moldy fungus, toe jam, the cheese under the hood. So to me, a fascist is just a fucked up pile of shit. A fucked up pile of shit that does a bunch of criminal fucked up shit. However, Benito Mussolini had listed in his Doctrine of Fascism circa 1932 some virtues. And so it's interesting that he's using this propaganda to cover up his bullyism, his authoritarianism, his absolutism. But let's just go through some of these ideas, and then I'll tell you which one I like the best. And what it all means. Because ultimately, if a fascist says, hey, everybody, why don't we just love one another? Have you tried love? Love is the answer. I don't like fascism, but if a fucking fascist is saying that love is the answer, love is the answer. And so, you know, that part would be correct. So, what did Benito Mussolini say in his doctrine, his 10-page Doctrine of Fascism circa 1932? He spoke of being sentimental. He spoke of idealism. He spoke of being a fighter. He spoke of being practical, of stoicism. He says to love life. He spoke of authority, and authority comes from author, right? To author your power, duty, elevation, conquest. Conquest not so much, but to have your, you know, the duty to vote, the duty to intervene when you see injustice, elevation, to evolve, to elevate, heroism. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. He's got to be strong. He's got to be fast. He's got to be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's got to be sure, and it's got to be soon, and he's got to be larger than life. Larger than life. Somewhere after midnight. In my wildest, I have no idea. In my wildest fantasy, somewhere just beyond my reach, there's someone reaching back for me, racing on the thunder and rising in the heat. It's going to take a Superman to sweep me off my feet. Okay. Heroes. Heroes are great. Fate Zero. Why did it take Fate Zero to say that we need heroes? To be the hero? I'm going to be the hero today. I remember when I was with Work in America and I was in Cincinnati and this old man was passed out. I knocked on his door and he was lying on the ground and I was able to call 911 and I saved his life. And my boss was mad at me because I was supposed to be getting some signatures. So he was like, hey, did you get back on task? Motherfucker, I was a hero. I was a hero that day. So love life. Be practical. Be stoic. Be ideal. Be sentimental. Be a hero. Action. If there's one big thing, that's what he starts out with. He says fascist is action and thought. The will to power. The will to live. The will to survive. winning, spirit, conscience, harmony, vitality. I like that one too. He even mentions revolutionary, organic, strength, spiritual attitude, strength, action, vitality, force. You got to be a force for good. Well, he didn't say that. He didn't mention good, and he didn't mention right. He kind of barely just touched on liberty. He was against individualism. He's against liberalism. Like Rush Limbaugh, he's like, them damn liberals. Discipline. If you have, let's just say, a communist. If a communist, which is an extreme liberal, if a communist was disciplined and strong and had vitality, if a communist was a hero, if the communist did his duty, if a communist was a fighter who fought for his ideals, if a communist is sentimental, then that is a good communist. A deep sense of duty, self-consciousness, progressive. Benito Mussolini even mentioned the word progressive. Progressive is to make better, to improve, to progress. What kind of fucking asshole would say, I'm not going to go forward, I'm going backwards? History doesn't move backwards, you dumb motherfucking pile of shit. Energetic, active, manly, serious, austere, personality, educator, character, victory, soul. According to Benito Mussolini, fascist, disdain, and easy life. That makes me think of JFK. We're going to go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it's hard. What exactly does austere mean? Like Fred Astaire? Severe or strict in manner, attitude, or appearance. I thought austere would have been like having no comforts or luxuries, harsh or ascetic. Having extremely plain and simple style or appearance, unadorned. Alright, that's not too bad. Soul, victory, being the mightiest. Go, go, Power Rangers. New Mighty Morphin Power. Solidarity. Benito Mussolini even mentioned solidarity. So, I'm not a communist or an anarchist. Not yet. But I do realize that we do live in desperate times, and desperate situations calls for desperate measures. A desperate problem calls for a desperate solution. I just see that the Democratic Party is dead and neoliberalism is dead. So, you want me to go ahead and sell out my soul, throw the working class under the bus, and do a bunch of genocide against a bunch of children? I don't know. Democrats, that's your right-wing conservative bullshit. Is shove that shit up your ass. But I would consider myself on the left, a liberal. I would consider myself a democratic socialist, a radical liberal progressive. Both modern liberal, a classical liberal, and I'm patriotic. I'm a red, white, and blue American. In fact, I love my Bill of Rights. I also love all the anti-fascist tools in the Constitution. The enumerated powers, the elections, bicameralism, federalism, the three branches of government. I most especially love my Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution, muy perfecto. So I would rock with any left of center folks. I would organize, I would see anybody who is left of center as a comrade of mine, as a buddy, as a friend, somebody, an ally that I would work with. I don't think I could work with any right-wingers. The only tolerable right-winger that I could think of would be libertarians. And they'd have to be really principled libertarians. You love the Bill of Rights? Oh shit, man! I love the Bill of Rights too. Anarchist, communist. I have some sympathy for them. But I don't believe that's where we're at right now. I don't think that we've tried classical liberalism. We haven't tried Americanism. We haven't tried to be a bunch of strong Americans. And actually, just being a strong American means that you're inherently anti-fascist. You believe in the Bill of Rights, so you believe we all have the right to speak and the right to peacefully assemble. We have the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth and Fifth Amendments. The difference between laws and rights is that rights are universal. Every American citizen has all the rights that are listed in the Bill of Rights. And so in some respects, that makes all Americans, all true red, white, and blue Americans, inherently anti-fascist. Now, the three virtues that I love the most that Benito Mussolini had mentioned in his little diatribe: action. Over and over again he said action, action, action. Mussolini also mentioned vitality and being a force. So action, vitality, and being a force. And so if you had strong anti-fascist Americans who believed in action, 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 who believed in vitality, who believed in being a force, that's what we need. That's what we need. We need to be as equal or greater than the rat bastard fucks that we're up against. So I just want to mention some of the so-called virtues in Benito Mussolini's doctrine of fascism. And I think that all radical liberal progressives, all democratic socialists, all anarchists, communists, leftists, anybody who is left of center, be a hero. Be a hero. Action, action, action. Vitality, be a force. All the things that I already mentioned. I'll say them again. Shit. If you're a strong American, then be sentimental. All strong Americans should be for the ideal. Strong Americans should be a fighter, a warrior, a scholar, a lover of life, practical, stoic, know your duty, elevate. You need a will to live, a will to survive, a will to thrive, a will to win. Have a fighting spirit, have a spiritual attitude, be revolutionary. Mussolini said to be revolutionary. Have a conscience, be for harmony, organic strength, action, 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 strength, vitality, be a force, have discipline. Have some goddamn discipline. If you're a strong American, have some goddamn discipline. Have a deep sense of duty, self-consciousness, be progressive. Energetic, active, manly, educator, character, victory, soul, personality, austere, serious, disdain the easy life. Be the modest, and be for solidarity. If you're a strong American, then you believe in solidarity. If you're a strong American, you'll stand up against the Nazi fascist motherfuckers. If you're a strong American, then you'll love. Why? Because love is the answer. I believe love will find a way. Don't ask any questions and don't try to understand. I believe love is the answer. What is that song? Blessed Union of Souls. I believe that love is the answer. Walk blindly to the light. Walk blindly to the light and reach out for his hand. Don't ask any questions and don't try to understand. Open up your mind and then open up your heart. And you will see that you and me aren't very far apart. 'Cause I believe that love is the answer. I believe Love is the answer. I believe love will find a way. Violence is spread worldwide and there's families on the street. We sell drugs to children now. Well, why can't we just see that all we do is eliminate our future with the things we do today? Money is our incentive now, so that makes it okay. But I believe that love is the answer. I believe that love will find a way. I believe that love is the answer. I believe that love will find a way. I've been seeing Lisa now for a little over a year. She said she's never been so happy, but Lisa lives in fear that one day Daddy's gonna find out she's in love with an inward from the streets. Oh, how he would lose it then, but she's still here with me. Because I believe that love is the answer and love will find a way. Love will find a way. Love will find a way. Love will find a way.